Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do an install of the left hand grip on my 2018 BMW 750GS. That guy right there. Now this job was intended to be something completely different, and it's not turned out how I wanted it to at all. I'll preface this video by saying that I went on YouTube and I watched a bunch of videos on changing the grips on these bikes. First of all, there's not a lot of videos involving this F750GS. There's a few, and most of them are obviously the bigger Boxer GSs, but BMW grips are BMW grips, right? So anyways, the other thing about this is that most of the videos on there are regarding heated BMW grips. My bike doesn't have heated grips. I live in Thailand where it's hot. Heated grips aren't really necessary here. But so what they say is that you peel this down on this tab, make a very careful cut along here and peel the grip back. That's all the videos I watched are doing that. I don't have heated grips. It's going to be way easier, right? Wrong. So basically, when I started cutting, I figured it was going to be super easy, make those incisions, and then the grip's going to peel right off. So these BMW grips, the left one does not sit right on the bar like most bikes. The left grip does nothing. So it goes directly onto the bar, right? Not this one. It sits on a sleeve, and it is glued like mad to the sleeve. Once I started cutting, it just made a complete mess of things. So I figured, oh, if I take the whole sleeve off the bar, it'll be easier, right? Wrong again. So this sleeve has a little screw hole right here, which I'll show you on the bike in a bit, but it screws in through the bar and the screw comes out the other side. But not only that, when I took that off, I noticed that it's connected to the plastic housing where all your light switch electronics for your shocks and your horn and all that nonsense is. So this stock grip has a tab that slides into that housing, and it's all connected as one unit essentially after it's connected. Why this is designed like this, I will never know why. Fuck you, BMW, for that. Anyway, as us BMW owners know, now it's time for me to bring my wallet, because that little baby right there shipped to my home from Bangkok to Chiang Rai, Thailand, was 1,600 baht, about the equivalent of 50 US dollars. It's a good thing, though, that I didn't start with the throttle side, because if I would have fucked that one up, that one is like 7,800 baht, which is 240 US dollars. So unless you're willing to really get into this and make a go of it, and you don't mind spending that money on replacing the stock grips if it doesn't work out, don't mess with your stock BMW grips. It's not worth it at all. I wish I never touched them. Anyways, like many people said to me, just throw some of those foam grip puppy sleeves over top of it and you'll have a softer, nicer grip. But I wanted something a little bit more custom, as you do when you're a motorcycle owner. You change your exhaust, your seat, your bars, your grips. You change whatever you like on a bike to make it suit you and make it yours, right? Apparently not with the BMW GS motorcycle grips. Anyway, that's my rant. Let's go have a look at what we're doing today. Okay, so I wanted to give a little bit of a quick side by side. You can see right here, the really ugly, hard, plasticky looking stock BMW grip, which cost me to the tune of around 50 US dollars, 1,600 Thai baht, versus, let me put those down for a second, versus these really nice, soft rubber, good looking, custom looking grips I got online for less than $10, which I ended up throwing them on the wife's scooter. She went for a ride yesterday and told me how much she really loves them. Unfortunately, I can't have them on my bike, but I'm happy she gets to enjoy them. So here's where we all get to have a little chuckle at the mess I made on these grips. Like I said, I sliced that part here. I'll put the other grip beside it so you can see what it was supposed to look like. It was all worn down and ugly looking, so I wanted to go with something new, obviously. So yeah, I was supposed to cut down here and then make a slice, which I did. That didn't work out. There's a shit ton of glue in there, and yeah, so I'm going to replace it with the stock one just to show you also. So like I said, there's a screw hole in here. You can see it better now, and that is right there. Oh, there we go. And it comes out the other side, you can see over there, and that is where this tab goes in. You can see the hole in the housing here. This tab goes in there. You can kind of see where the hole comes out the other side on the grip, where that screw will come out, and that will just go into there, and it ties into the housing. So what I'll do is I'll undo that screw, and I'll undo this guy here. I got to take it all off anyways, but I'll show you what I mean by when that all ties in is one unit essentially once this is screwed, tabbed in there. Yeah, I'll never understand it. I had already had it loosened off, so I didn't tighten it all the way up. But it's a T15, in case you need to know. So here you go, guys. I undid that screw that goes in there, and you can see the whole thing moves as one unit, even though it isn't. It's two separate units. It's just that the grip is got a tab that goes inside here and clips into it. The next thing you're going to want to do is there's two little clips and this plastic little housing. There's a clip kind of right here and then in on the other side. You're going to have to undo that and take this little plastic housing off using a tiny little flathead. All right, guys, so once you've got that little housing with the two clips off over underneath here, you can turn this and you can see that there's two plugs. You got to disconnect those and then get that out of the way, your handguard. Voila. Your whole unit comes apart. You can see the two things that you had to unplug there, right? So here's a side-by-side of the two. You can see the little tab on the new grip here. You're gonna have to undo that to release it from the electronics housing. What you do is just pop your screwdriver in there, release that tab, and it comes apart, just like that. So now that I've got the old one apart from the housing unit, I've got the new grip. And yes, a little bit of a side-by-side for you, and then it'll just slot back in and clip in there just like that as one unit again, and ready to go back onto the motorcycle. So now I just slide that grip back up into place. It's gonna end up sitting like that. You can't really mess with where it sits because you're gonna line that hole up with where it was before. If I can find it. Oh, it's back a bit more. So yeah, you're gonna line it up like that. and that's how it's going to sit. You screw that back in. But before you do that, give it a little twist upright so you can see what you're doing, plugging those two plugs back in. The weird thing about this one, which I believe is the same plug as your turn signals, it doesn't seem to go to anything. This little housing was what it was plugged into inside there, and it looks like a blank. I have no idea what that's supposed to do. Very bizarre. We'll see. Hopefully it all works. All right, guys, I got everything all done here now. You can see that screws back in there, holding everything in place. I've got the plugs back in here. Everything's all back together. Got my handguard back installed. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn it on. Make sure that that instrument cluster works. I've got a lamp error on my bike. I gotta get a code cleared. Signals, you'll see the right side hyper flashing. There it is. And the left side signals work, clear. Top menu works good. Bottom menu works good. You can also see I got an error that I'm waiting to. The next time I change my tires, I will get the TPMS sensors replaced. Yeah, all the shock stuff works. And yeah, everything seems to be good. Oh, horn works. All right, that's job done, guys. Remember, if you want custom grips on your B750GS, too damn bad. Don't be like me and destroy your stock grip thinking that you're going to get something nice and custom, because chances are it's just going to cost you some money and not work in your favor. Hopefully that was helpful to you guys. Please subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe, and yeah, follow me for more motorcycle adventures in Thailand and other shenanigans on this BMW F750GS. Cheers.